Hello and welcome back to Two Pockets Apiece. This is a 3-part series of the Let's Talk About It Tuesday, and we're talking about how to get out of debt faster. So last week we talked about tip number 1, budgeting and different methods of doing so. And this week I'm going to talk about tip number 2 and 3, lowering your expenses and increasing your income. So today I'm going to be covering decreasing your expenses through home, entertainment, food expenses, how to increase your income and ways to make extra money, and then the conclusion. And there will also be a free meal planner that can help you cut costs on your food budget. All right, so once you've made your budget, as we talked about in the last video, go through it line by line and see where you can cut back on your spending. Do you really need a new outfit this month? What if you stopped going out to eat? I know saying no to yourself is hard, but getting out of debt takes some sacrifice. Also, get creative and look for ways to save money on essentials, meal planning, shopping around for insurance, or even doing your own yard work can help you save every month. So let's dig in a little deeper on how to lower your expenses. Where do you think Americans tend to spend most of their money? Food. It is definitely food. And in my opinion, the best way to save money on food is meal planning. So if you plan out each meal you're going to make each week, you'll always have food on hand for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When you make a meal plan, you know what you'll be eating, so you know exactly what to buy. That means you'll spend less and waste less. Eating leftovers, so enjoy it for lunch the next day, or put a leftover night on the meal plan calendar for the week. You can pack your lunch, so stop your daily restaurant routine and stop going to the dollar vending machine in the office throughout the day. Ordering groceries online. When you order your groceries online, you can track the total cost as you go. Then if you're over budget, you can delete items from your virtual cart before checkout. Make your own coffee. If you're spending $6 a day at your favorite coffee shop, that adds up to $42 a week and around $180 a month. You could cut that expense down to about $25 a month by making your own coffee at home. And then lastly, look at weekly ads and coupons. Make those meal plans based on your grocery store's weekly ads, and don't forget about coupons. All right, so now let's kind of review ways to cut spending on home expenses. This can mean changing up small habits for bigger savings over time, or in some cases, make a pretty big change for an instant win. So the first one is go green. The first way to cut spending in your home is to make energy efficient life choices. For example, turning off the lights when you leave a room, buying light bulbs with the Energy Star, buying a programmable thermostat, or washing your laundry in cold water instead of hot. Also, don't become house poor. You're house poor when too much of your income goes towards your mortgage or rent, leaving you feel poor in other areas. Make sure you're not spending more than 25% of your take-home pay on housing. This includes your rent or mortgage, plus HOA fees, taxes, insurance, and PMI. Switch to reusable items. So stop buying paper towels, sandwich bags, and single-use water bottles and switch to reusable items. Buy generic. You don't need brand name everything. Look to buy generic grocery items, medications, trash bags, cleaning supplies, and other things. Make your own things around the house. Don't spend money on things you can make yourself. So use Pinterest and YouTube for tutorials on how to make your own soap, cleaners, laundry, detergent, face scrubs, and lots more items. Use less water. You can also cut spending by lowering your bills, like using less water around the house. Take quicker showers. Don't run the dishwasher unless it's full. Small, simple habits that can help you save over time. And then lastly, on ways to cut home expenses is to refinance your mortgage. or see if it's right for you. So a lot of people refinance to get a lower monthly payment. While that might free up some monthly or money in your budget today, all it really does is keep you in debt longer. The right way is to refinance to sign up for a shorter mortgage term. That usually results in a higher monthly payment, but it also gives you a quicker payoff date, and that will save you thousands in the long term. So check that out to see if it's right for you. Now let's look at ways on how to cut spending on entertainment. So entertainment can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. Let's look at ways to cut spending on entertainment so you can have fun without the guilt. So the first one is pause or cut subscriptions. So sometimes you can, instead of canceling a subscription or membership, you can sometimes pause or freeze it. So check out that if that is something that you can do with any subscriptions or memberships that you have. And really look into, do you use this subscription or membership? If you've had a membership for a gym for over a year and you've only been there a handful of times, you can probably cut that out of your budget. Enjoy the great outdoors. So there's a whole lot to do outside, just waiting to be explored. So hiking, biking, running, stargazing, get outside for some fun, and it's an easy way to save money in your entertainment budget. Plan creative dates. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to show a lot of love. So cut your date night spending by planning creative, budget-friendly dates that you actually want to go on. So this might be like bringing home Chinese takeout while you're watching your favorite show, browse the aisles of bookstores before grabbing a coffee, things like that. So enjoy the quality company more than the cost of what you're doing. Evaluate your TV choices. If you're paying high prices for your cable package, but watching very few of the channels, that's not a good use of your money. So plenty of people, are realizing they can save money and still get all the shows they want by switching to streaming services. So look into YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, or Amazon Prime Video to cut down on your TV spending. Download an library app. So if you're a book lover, libraries do have a digital option. So you no longer have to drive to your local library to check out books. So library apps are becoming more popular and they're free. So you can browse for the book that you want, put it on hold, and then check it out when the time is right. It's super easy and it won't cost you anything. Okay, and lastly, how to cut spending on some other things. So take shopping apps off of your phone. So I'm not saying never to shop online, but when you take the store apps off your phone, you have a barrier between you and the mindless scroll shopping. So trying to take those off of your phone and your email. So if you get emails from different stores that are always kind of enticing you with discounts and things off, if you just unsubscribe to their email, then you won't get those notifications anymore. So you won't be tempted to buy things when you get their email sent to you. No spend month. So going on a short-term spending freeze. So this is a challenge where you try not to spend anything extra besides your monthly needs. So your needs, so transportation, food, housing, electric. So anything other than that, you try not to spend any money on for a whole month. And that can help increase the money that you have in your budget. Get rid of your credit cards. So the best way to get ahead is stop getting behind. So using credit cards gets you behind in your finances because you're still paying for the past. So switch to cash and start owning stuff for real. So if you don't have the money, then you don't need to buy it, is my motto. So cutting off your credit cards can help with reaching your financial goals more quicker. Buy used. If you're in the market for car, tools, baby clothes, video games, books, then you can then you'll cut how much you spend by purchasing gently used items instead of new ones. So buying used can save you money, and look, like on Facebook Marketplace, things like that, where you can buy gently used items that are still in good used condition that will save you money than buying brand new. Waiting before you buy. So if you're looking at big purchase, spend time checking prices, weighing the pros and cons, and thinking over if you really need the thing before you buy it. If you are impulse buyer, you're likely spending more money than you need to, because you want it right now, instead of really taking the time to look into things, comparing prices, and really, thinking if you do want it or not. So I always, kind of recommend that if it's a big purchase, so, over $100, that you take at least a couple of days to think about whether or not you really want to spend that money on that purchase. And lastly, creating a budget. So we talked about the budget a lot in the last video, where you can, making a plan for where your money should go. So every, dollar that you're making, there's a plan for that money. So your budget actually gives you freedom, because you'll start telling your money where to go and how you're going to spend it, instead of just, passing it out here and there. So making a budget is definitely a way to cut spending, because you're knowing where your money is going and what you're spending your money on. All right, so those are some different ways to cut your spending. So now let's look at ways to increase your income. So think of your income as a shovel. The bigger your shovel, the faster you can dig yourself out of debt. You can increase your income, get a bigger shovel, by working extra hours, doing side hustles, or selling your stuff. Now let's talk about some different ways to make extra money. So the first way is to get a side hustle. So side hustles are things that you're doing in your free time. This could be driving for a ride share service, delivering food, or teaching a skill. You can also ask for a raise. It might be time to ask for, some more money at work if you haven't gotten a raise in a while, but make sure that you go into the meeting to ask for a raise with everything, all your ducks in a row. So knowing, what the market average is for the position that you're doing, and seeing, what you can do more to help be a better asset for your employer, and that may increase your pay that you are receiving. You can also work overtime. So putting in extra hours at the job you already have can help with increasing your overtime, if that's something that is allowed through your job. Find a better paying job. So this, if you're working like crazy and you can make more elsewhere, it might be time to get another job. So searching for like LinkedIn to have, jobs that are available in your area of expertise, and taking that leap to find a different and better paying job, if that's something, that is right for you. Sell your stuff. So there's lots of different ways to sell your things that are gently used. There are different marketplace for that. So like a Facebook Marketplace, you can sell your stuff. There's like Mercari, Poshmark, eBay, all those places that you can sell the stuff that you no longer use and get cash for that. I personally use Facebook Marketplace and Poshmark, and they're both free to use. And I don't, spend any money on selling my stuff. I just get what they're sold for. So definitely looking into that as a way to increase your income by selling the things you don't use anymore. Check your tax withholdings. Taking when you get a lot of tax in return, that means that you're paying too much to the government, so they are benefiting from that and not you. So really check your tax withholding and make sure that they're right, so you're not getting any taxes back, or not a large amount back. So you don't want to pay or get money back. You want to kind of break even. So look into that at your workplace to change your withholdings. So paying off your debt can increase your income. So when you have debt, part of each month's paycheck goes to pay off for the past. when you pay off your debt, all the money that was going towards those payments will now go back into your budget. So you want to work on paying off your debt so you have that extra income from what you were paying. And then another way to increase your income is, again, that budget. So knowing where all of your money is going, to have a plan for your money. So that budget is going to come back in each of these because it's very important to make sure that you know where your money is going each month. All right, and then our conclusion. Decreasing expenses and increasing income are crucial strategies for paying off debt because they create a larger gap between your earnings and spending, allowing you to allocate more funds towards reducing your debt. By cutting unnecessary costs and finding ways to boost your income, you can accelerate your debt repayment, reduce interest payments, and improve your financial stability. This approach not only helps you become debt-free faster, but also sets the foundation for better financial health in the long term. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video and learned some different ways to decrease your spending and increase your income. Please join me for next Talk About It Tuesday, which is the last part in this Pay Off Debt Quick series. And we're going to be talking about knowing your why and why that's important in your financial freedom journey. So until next time, please like and subscribe to the channel to get weekly notifications of my videos. And comment below on what is your favorite way to decrease your expenses or increase your income. Until next time, bye.